Good morning and happy Friday. It's Jennifer Nassy with Learning Leaf LLC and welcome to video 9 of my 30 videos in 30 days series. Now today I said we were going to start talking a bit about raw foods and getting more raw foods into our diet. So why is it important to have raw foods in our diet? Well, obviously raw foods, especially when we're thinking those fruits and vegetables, they are chock full of vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, and digestive enzymes. Now what happens when we cook them is that those digestive enzymes break down, we lose a good amount of the vitamin and mineral content. So we want to try and incorporate raw foods into our diet as much as possible. That doesn't mean you have to be eating salad for breakfast, lunch, and dinner now. Salads are obviously a great way to go. As I've mentioned in previous videos though, iceberg lettuce would not be my top choice, but almost any other kind of green you want to use or any kind of lettuce you want to use, go for it. You can spice them up a little bit, throw different kinds of fruit in there, different kinds of veg. Napa cabbage makes a really great salad. You can add different kinds of beans for extra protein, just to play with it, have fun with it. Use some of the oils I mentioned in the healthy fats video to make different kinds of dressings. But again, you don't have to do salads. One great way to get more raw foods into your diet and start your day off on the right foot and get away from some of those more processed sugary things is to add in green smoothies. I know people have been asking for tips on green smoothies. So here I am having my green smoothie this morning. I know it doesn't look very green, but I promise there are greens in there. So when I make my green smoothies, I start with my green of choice. So it might be spinach, it might be kale, it might be Swiss chard. I've even used romaine lettuce, whatever I've got on hand. This morning's choice was spinach. So I have a Vitamix, which is a high-powered blender. You don't have to have a fancy blender to make green smoothies. You're going to want to pack about half of your blender container full of spinach. Spinach, as you know, you can imagine when you cook it, it condenses pretty well. It does the same thing in your blender. I know it's going to look like a lot, but it's actually not going to be that much. If you are using things like kale, Swiss chard, things like that, I recommend starting with just one stalk or two, and then you can adjust as you like because those are stronger flavored greens, and it's going to take a bit for your taste buds to kind of work up to that. So, but use what you got. Then I like to add in, you're going to want a protein source. So for me this morning it was almond butter. Other seed and nut butters are great to try. You can also add in hemp seeds. That's a wonderful source of protein. I also added in flax seeds. Flax seeds are great for fiber, but they're also great for omega-3 fatty acids, which we need. Those are called essential fatty acids because we don't make them on our own. We need to get them from our diet. So we'll get into that as we talk about supplements. We're not going to get into that today, but just know that flax seeds are a great addition. So my blender can probably handle throwing in whole seeds. You might want to consider either using a coffee grinder to grind them up as you want to use them, or you can buy them as already ground flaxseed meal. Just be sure to keep it in your refrigerator or freezer, or the oils that are now exposed once it's been ground can become rancid. So again, you're going to pick your green of choice. You're going to want a protein source. Think about adding in something for a little extra fiber or omega-3s like flaxseed. Chia seeds are also great to throw in there. And then for a little extra flavor, you might try some vanilla extract or almond extract. And you can also then add, whatever kind of fruit you want. Now I choose frozen fruit because it's really easy. They're ready to go. You don't have to do any chopping or cutting, and it means you don't have to add ice. So that saves you a little bit of time on that end. So I get a lot of our frozen berries at Costco. Has nice big bags of organic frozen fruit. So this morning's choice for me was an organic mixed berry blend chock full of antioxidants. So super yummy. And then, of course, you're going to want to pick your milk of choice. This morning I used hemp milk. Coconut milk is also a nice creamy addition. Almond milk is a great option. And as you can imagine, I pick milks that are not sweetened. So you want to double check for that. If you want your smoothies to be a little sweet, I use a couple drops of liquid stevia. So you can go to your health food store, ask them where to find it, they'll point it out to you. You can even get them flavored. I just get the regular organic plain kind. But really for an entire smoothie, I only need 3, 4 drops, somewhere in there. So it is exceptionally sweet tasting. You don't need much, it'll go a long way. So then you just blend it up. Again, if you don't have a high speed blender, you might have to do a little side scraping to get everything down in there. But honestly, once you get in the habit of making these, it'll take you just a couple minutes to throw it together, and then you've got a really wonderful breakfast. As I mentioned, those leafy greens are so important to get into our diet. And imagine starting your day in a way that is going to naturally boost your energy and give you sustained energy throughout the morning, no crashes, and it's just going to also increase your vegetable intake and your raw food intake. So gosh, what a bang for your buck, right? And in terms of cleanup, I just throw in a little warm water, a couple drops of liquid detergent, and I turn my blender on high and run it, and that usually takes care of it. If that doesn't take care of it for your blender, you can also just use a bottle brush to quickly whisk around, and it'll be cleaned up in no time. Super fast, easy breakfast, really great for you. So try and work in some more of those raw foods. I do my best to try and have something raw at every meal if I can. My ideal that I'm trying to shoot for is about half of my foods coming from raw foods, but again, it's a very individual thing. I work with clients on figuring out how to incorporate that and what balance is going to be right for them. And so you need to go out and do the same for you. But have fun exploring in the process. Try some green smoothies, see what you come up with, have fun inventing different kinds. And we will move forward tomorrow and the day following talking about trigger foods and also supplements that can help reduce inflammation for you and really boost you as you move on your healing journey. So take care, and I look forward to being back tomorrow.